Hello Muglets, today we're playing some Genshin Impact. Apologies if you can't see much here. Also, what you see on screen isn't really a true representation of how it feels to play Genshin Impact, because like when I want to look at my mini-map, for example, I have to turn my head like this. You know, it's not as hard to see everything when you're looking at, you know, it inside of a video where your whole eyes can be. It's kind of complicated to really demonstrate. It's pretty nice, I have to say. However, you know, looking over to the map and then checking your ult gauge, it's really like that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, it's quite immersive, quite pretty. Also, apologies if things are off center a bit. I'm using my head-mounted GoPro here, and I can't even see how that's positioned right now since I don't have any mirrors in my bedroom or anywhere else in the house. I don't need to be reminded. So I mean, there's not much else to say. Well, we can do a little comparison here. I'll show you how I typically play for streaming and all that. Yeah. Like this. This is how I play pretty much all the time except for right now, in this little window here, because then I have, you know, Streamlabs over on the right, chat over on the left, or, you know, just any other window, maybe Discord or something. And that's just how it goes, you know? And even though this window looks tiny, it's still taking up a good, you know, like 50% of my like tunnel vision sort of focus, if you know what I'm saying. At least. Well, since my GoPro died, we're going to do the rest of this in screen. But yeah, what's also cool about this monitor, you know, if I want to get some like cinematic, you know, low UI sort of stuff, we can go back into this full screen mode. Unfortunately, without a second monitor, it's a little bit hard to see exactly. Like, I have no idea if this is positioned right, if it's like centered or anything. I'd have to actually stop the recording and look at it. But I actually did go ahead and stop the recording, and it was a little bit off center, but I think it's better now. I moved it a bit. And yeah, you know, you can pretty much just see, you know, Kaching there walking through water, the HP bar, and that's it. No minimap, no characters over there, no UI at all except the HP bar. And you know, it's just really clean. I definitely have to give Genshin Impact credit for having a clean UI in general though, which is definitely pretty rare for a, you know, I guess mobile game. It's still kind of mobile, even though it's on PC as well. It would be a lot nicer though if you could move the UI elements. Like if you could bring the map closer to you. It doesn't bother me personally too much since I am like a streamer, content creator, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I kind of need to have it small anyway. But for anyone really playing like this, that would be nice because it's a little impractical now. I mean, you can also use your eyes without having to move your head too much, but that also gets kind of exhausting, having to look everywhere, you know, all over the place. It might not be as bad, or it could be worse than what it portrays on screen, but I digress. There's one last thing you can see here. I actually performed this live on stream once. It was pretty messy, but it was pretty cool too. So what we can actually do is you can see my entire actual desktop here. It has the exact resolution of two 1440p monitors right next to each other, just with no, you know, bezel in the middle. And then, you know, we can go back to Genshin Impact and you can see the full screen here. So I think that's pretty neat. Like super cinematic. Although a little too cinematic. The black bars are literally as big as the screen. So since I guess we're here in my office and I have everything kind of tidied up, how about we do a little studio tour? I don't know if it's right to call it a studio, an office, a bedroom, whatever, but I do have near field monitors, which makes it a studio automatically. These are the Yamaha HS7s, I believe. They are way bigger and way heavier than I thought they were before I bought them, just because I'm too lazy to read dimensions and weight and stuff. They sound really nice though. I just have to say I'm happy that I didn't pick up the HS8s, which are actually quite a bit bigger, because yeah, there's, as you can see, not really much more space on my desk. Here we have the SM7B microphone with its bigger foam pad attached, because I speak pretty closely to it. Over here we have the, well, that's a little bit dusty, but whatever. Here we have the solid state logic audio interface. Very nice interface. I haven't had any issues with it, which is why I swapped from the Go XLR. If you saw that last video, I swapped back to the solid state just because it's simple, it's easy, nothing to worry about really. And here's my tiny wireless keyboard. It's very cheap and dumb, but it's so nice and tiny and I can just throw it wherever I want to. Didn't I just do a video like this? Well, whatever. We also have the much dirtier and more expensive G Pro, but it's not wireless. It is mechanical, however. I'll clean it one day, maybe. Over here we have another HS7. I know, I'm a rich boy. I've never really pushed these speakers past like 30% of their volume, because I'm scared. Down here we have our PC. Yes, I'm one of the floor PC folks. Don't judge me, it's not a very pretty case. Oh yeah, and this thing is a pretty recent. So I can just click the off button to turn my speakers off, because these speakers each come with their own power supplies. And in order to turn them off, you have to do each one individually. There's a little button on the back, and it's just really annoying to get to. So I have them routed to like a special smart outlet down there or whatever, and I can just click this off. Watch this. And they both turn off. And then when I want to use them again, boom, right on, nice. And last but not least, not only the most amazing addition, but also the most recent one is this arm. This monitor arm, you can see it's actually holding up this massive monster of a monitor. You may have thought it was this one, but this one just holds up the, well, the monitor's a little bit higher than it was, so I can't see it, but that holds up a Logitech webcam that I don't use. This bad boy, however, this is, I think, one of very few arms that can actually handle this thing. I literally just installed it today, which is probably why I'm making this video. I just wanted to flex this arm. But like before with the monitor, you know, it had its feet on the ground. I couldn't have this where I wanted. I couldn't have this or anything. It was just so cluttered. And now I have space under the monitor. It's so nice. I love it so much. It was incredibly expensive, but I don't think I had much other options. It's the Ergotron HX, handles up to like 49 pounds of monitor. I think this one's only around 25 pounds. Here are my headphones. They're the WH-1000XM1, I think they're called. I don't know, they're doing fine. I mostly use them wired now, as you can see, to monitor myself when I'm making a video. Plug it directly into this bad boy and it works nice. Oh yeah, wait. Another recent addition, if you may have noticed that thing up there, that is actually a guitar amplifier for this bad boy. Yeah, I actually used to play guitar like 10 years ago, started getting back into it. I'm still bad, but it's there. You guys don't actually want me to play anything for you, right? Nah, I can't. I don't want to embarrass myself. Okay, we're all plugged in and ready to go. Unfortunately, I can only use one hand since the other hand is holding my phone. Here we go. I think a little melody goes like this. Anyway, I suppose that'll pretty much do it for setup tour 2021. It's almost 2021. Let's just call it 2021. Make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. Dropping a subscribe and a like and everything else is cool. If you enjoyed, yeah. See ya.